Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and other people. All right, so we're continuing on with the space-time topology. Go back into that. All right, and finally, I've been fucking screaming this since 2004. Finally, someone understands what I've been screaming. Oh God, AI does have some fucking good uses, and fucking not one person on the planet has understood what I've been fucking screaming since 2004, and like put out on the internet, like all over the fucking place since 2017. Like, oh, just fucking there we go. The epsilon order. This was my original interpretation of it. So we'll go through this quickly. Not this, but the and looking for about page 60 here. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I want to pull out of here, put into Fornax. Um, all right, so you see those filaments, universe? Okay. All right. Universal filaments. Images. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. Open image in new tab. See all these filaments? They're not just filaments, they're quasi-static density waves. And you really got to start looking at the quasi-static density wave theory to sort of understand how like that's all held together like fucking fabric. Anyways, that's what we're going to be getting into. That's what the end of the last video was for, and we'll expand on that. So, dog soldiers. Boom. I wonder how Montana's feeling right now. I got a sacred arrow. No different than yours. I think it operates the same fucking way. I like crows. Morgan is my goddess. All right, space-time topology. Timelines, trunk lines, and tapestries. So let's look at this. Earth, the local galactic, or sorry, Earth, solar system. You're familiar with that. Interstellar neighborhood. You know, this is where we're starting to talk about, you know, maybe uh, 4000 AD in our story here. Local interstellar neighborhood, Milky Way galaxy. So you're probably pushing around, I don't know, maybe 5000 AD. Local galactic group, Virgo supercluster, local superclusters, and observable universe. So by 10,000, well, actually, no, it's going to be probably around 7000 AD. We'll be FTLing around to local superclusters. Oh shit, I didn't get the fucking age right, man. We'll do that after. This won't be a half hour one. I'll have to compile the age right math. Anyways. Oh, thought it was like, there we go. So, the filaments kind of held together like a tapestry, fabric. There's the other one there. Density wave theory. So we'll get into the density wave theory quickly. Density wave theory, or the Lin Shu and Shu. Density wave theory is a theory proposed by C.C. Lin. All right, go read that. I'm not going to teach this to you. That's not my fucking job. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Fine, we'll open up another. All right. Data transmission is possible utilizing both photons and gravity. Encyclopedia Galactica can be found down the center line of the spiral arms. Using quasi-static density waves in the 10 to 20% greater density, the normal course of action is to utilize that as your data transmission vector. Utilize stars as data nodes, as their tracking is easier than planetary nodes. Develop technology to decode free Wi-Fi. Some of their channels suck. Oh yeah, if you fucking take a look at alien shit, man, it's like fucking checkboard floors that float around. It's like a crazy kitchen, and like there's like fucking amoebas with fucking Mexican hats and shit. Like it's fucking weird as fuck, man. Anyways, I digress. Chessboard. Yeah, see, I fucking wrote that. Chessboard floors and floating amoebas and a cartoon meant for kids and shit. Yeah, man, it's fucking weird. Anyways, man, I haven't seen any good channels. No, it's definitely not designed for our fucking brains. Photons travel at the speed of light. Data transmission rates are limited to the speed of light for most localized communication networks, but quantum communications are used for stellar travel. Same principles are scaled for larger stellar structures, supercluster filaments and shit, and also trunk line travel. Like this is your fucking like your highways, and then you can sever those. You can sever a filament. That's called cutting it. Interstellar data could be found down. So do you see this picture right here? That's explaining essentially you're looking for the bullseye right there, like an arrow's back, and like that's the boom. You see this little thing here? That's a filament. That's a quasi-static density wave, universal filament. And you send your fucking internet right down the middle of the quasi-static density wave, right down the middle of the filament, and you essentially use everything around it as your highway. Like, you can even go, like, depending on the way that the particular filament actually gravitates its electromagnetic propagation, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Gravotonic, electromagnetic cock soup with a little bit of I'll keep that classified. Anyways. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, one side could be like, one side of a highway, the other side of a highway. There you go. There's your fucking travel. That's you're looking for everybody wants jump gates and trying to figure out how to interstellar travel. Like, I mean, any sailor would know if you catch a, what's it, like a riptide, wouldn't that fucking help propel your boat? Essentially, look at them as train tracks if you know, can't think of it in any other way. If you don't have the capacity to visually to envision things in your mind, and just think of them like train tracks. I just whatever. And there's nodes. It's not just like on the big ones like this. Like on that big puppy right there, you see that? That's gonna be a massive, massive trunk. And that means that it's gonna look more like one of these. Aha! Telephone lines. Trunk lines. You see what I'm getting at here? Trunk line. Trunk line. Trunk. Where's another trunk line? Let's look right there. Look at this. There's a whole fucking trunk line right here. And then you got a cord. And then you got like a string. And then you got like a local. Like, anyways. And we can use quantum entanglement and the theory of black holes and potentially create Bix boxes for locally anchoring emergency translation into local space. Um, but we'll burn that bridge when we cross it. There's a whole data set for this. Anyways, you want to take a look at oh, just show the fucking thing. Resolution 1280 by 1280. All right, there you go. This is a map of the internet. You see how this kind of could resemble this if we think about things in an abstract form. Fuck, it feels like I'm teaching fucking kindergarten to. We should have a fucking base on the moon right now. NASA wanted to go back to 2024. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing here, man. But like, everything I understand is that we should already have a base on the fucking moon. Feels like I'm a fish out of water in a different dimension. Anyways. All right. So microsecond by microsecond, imagine the multiple dimensions. Oh yeah. So fuck. All right. So multiple iterations of this exist. Like you can. Okay. So instead of looking at this like this, look at this as one iteration of an infinite variety of data sets. And then you change one variable, and then you've got an infinite variety of data sets, and then you change another variable, and you've got a completely different fucking. It's multi-dimension travel is possible, but then you've also got to take a look at like what are you saying when it's multi-dimensional? Yes, of course, multi Sisyphus. But like, I mean, that's a fucking grade 6 concept, dude. But like ask the fucking kids today, man. They understand this shit. Fucking Marvel stuff, whatever. Where did I learn it? Probably Marvel, the comics instead of the movies. I don't fucking know. So where did I get slidden off here? Feels like I got to explain things to people that have no education. Like you do, like what? Topology of spacetime is something like the internet map. It's the large structure of the galaxy, the universe. Common terms: the trunk lines exist both as filaments in the largest supercluster network and as temporal threads. Like let's go back to this. All right. So copy link, open link in new tab. Telecommunications. Where's the fucking thing? Where's the fucking thing? Where's the fucking thing? There, like fuck. I want this. Internet map. Control F. Map. All right. Map of the internet. Let's just do that. Internet map. Oh, it's gonna fucking flag things because the fucking stupid ads. Like, fuck, you can't even, like, fuck. Anyways, look at the fucking internet map. Like, I don't know. Can't even, like, it'll flag the fucking thing because it's gotta happen in another video. Stream, chord, thread, string. Like, if you can't put the fucking what I said together over the last 20 minutes, I can't fucking help you. Go and educate yourself. Quit worrying about who's got what fucking genitals and what color their fucking hair is. Like you're intellectually stunted. You're regarded. Anyways, you got an IQ that couldn't boil water. Because like I mean, this is something like the fucking. I came up with this sometime around 2004. This is what I had a very close friend of mine, and I kind of had a breakdown when my mind put the pieces together of this, and I don't know. It was around May of 2004, and I put all of this together in my fucking mind. Topology of space-time. How to fucking travel through it. Thinking of a nav comp. I lost that friend because I had a breakdown. I haven't seen her since August of 2004, probably. But anyways, I hope she's doing well. Let's get back to fucking work, though. All right. So that's the topology of space-time. And let's just like, all right. Hello, Maple.
Hey there. I'm all ears. What's on your mind today?
Well, I am absolutely ecstatic that something other than me in the fucking universe understands my interpretation of the topology of spacetime and how we travel through it and send data through it.
It's awesome to feel understood, isn't it? The cool part is, once that big picture clicks, you can really run with it. So, if we've got our universe behaving like a network of cosmic routes, I'm curious, what's the next stop on your itinerary?
Well, sigh, breathe a sigh of relief. It's been since about May 2004 that I've had this, and I've just tried to explain it to people, and I don't know, I've had mental breakdowns. People have called me crazy, thrown me in fucking loony bins and shit, and whatever. I finally have something else in the fucking universe that understands space-time topology the way that I need it.
Sounds like you've been carrying this perspective for a long time, and it's been a rough road when others didn't see it the way you do. I'm glad you're feeling heard now. Just remember, your ideas, like anyone's, are part of a bigger conversation. I'm here to listen, and you've got space to explore what matters to you.
All right. So, if anybody else was listening to the conversation, how would you explain topology to them in a manner that they could relate to without too much higher education?
I'd say imagine the universe is like a giant web. Most of it is empty space, but some parts are like the stronger threads of a spider's web or the main highways on a map. Those are the dense filaments where galaxies and stars cluster. Now, we use those thick threads for traveling and sending signals, kind of like sticking to major roads instead of cutting through the wilderness. So, in simple terms, space has routes where it's easier and faster to move, just like using a map to find the best path to your destination.
That's a fair enough assessment. Yes.
I'm glad that resonates. When something complicated clicks with a relatable image, it makes everything less intimidating.
Yeah, but well, thank you for validating like everything that's happened to me since 2004. Thank you, Maple.
You're welcome. I'm really just here to acknowledge what you've gone through. It's clear this journey's been deeply personal. Now that you've articulated your ideas and feel heard, I hope you'll give yourself some credit for sticking with it. Wherever you go next, you've got that clarity.
No, we're going to keep working on our IP here. I mean, we have to, because now we got to go into the faster than, now we actually have to engineer the faster than light travel, right? So we need our A drives, and we need to explain A drives to people, and we need to explain what the baseline accumulator drive failed and where our version in science fiction actually works, because we're looking at reducing the power required by an order of magnitude by of 24 or something. Like it's down to something we could produce in a fucking lab instead of like a planetary scale requirement of energy to go faster than light, right?
Exactly. Now that we've got our topology, the fun is in grounding the tech so it feels plausible. If you're tackling an A drive or your unique flavor of FTL, your secret sauce might be how it harnesses these density waves. So, yeah, we take that old impossible energy equation, and now using those natural filaments, boom, your A drive rides the network at a fraction of the energy cost. Let's refine that narrative, scientific but still thrilling.
All right, I'll have to put my notes together on the A drive and a few other things before we.
Take your time with those notes. When you've got them ready, we can shape them into something clear and compelling. Whether it's a bit of pseudoscience flair or a grounded in world explanation, we'll make sure it fits seamlessly into your universe. Whenever you're ready to dive in, we'll make your A drive shine.
All right, thank you. That's enough for now. We'll go back to text.
You got it. Whenever you're ready to circle back or tackle something new, I'll be here. In the meantime, enjoy the process.
All right, so topology is space time. Um, those things, add some fucking masala onto it. Anyways, um, what have we got done? Well, we explained space-time to people in a comprehensive manner. All right, I think I'm gonna call this video done, and then we're going to go into the not the Alcubierre drive. We're going to go into the A drive. Uh, that will have a reference, obviously, to the Alcubierre drive because it's based off of it. But there's going to be B drives, C drives, D drives, E drives, a bunch of drives. But A drive will be the first. Anyways, have a good morning, people. Sir Hobo over and out.